Hello, hello, hello. We are in stage 2 of our natural, basic, very simple saltwater systems. And as you recall, if you recall, we have two 29-gallon tall tanks. That's 24 inches wide by 21 inches tall and 12 inches deep that we are converting from freshwater to saltwater. Now, just to catch up a little bit, we completely emptied one of the tanks. The other, we left the substrate in it. The substrate is about 4 inches deep. It contains dirt capped with sand. It was set up approximately 8 years ago as a freshwater tank. The other was also a freshwater tank. We've taken all of the substrate out of it. And today we went out and we collected saltwater and we collected sand. We went down to a place called Nokomis Beach. It's right at an inlet that goes from the Gulf right into the intercoastal waterway. This is intercoastal waterway here. And the outlet goes right into it. Here comes John with buckets. John's helping us out today. We went out this morning to this beautiful spot. There were children there playing. It was really quite a nice visit. We had a good time. Listened to the seagulls, to the water splashing. And we went out. I went out with a bucket and a shovel. Oh, about knee deep. Not much more than knee deep. Staying on my feet all the while. Didn't fall down once. And began shoveling. Now, what I'm looking for here is sand, shell, matter that is not ever dry. That is, the tide does not drop below this level. So it's got lots of life in it, lots of living organisms. And I'm trying to get down a little deeper. I go down maybe 4 inches altogether, maybe a little bit better. And I'm going to fill up the bucket about halfway because I've got to be able to carry it out of there. See, kids are swimming here. It's really quite a lovely spot. There were probably a couple of thousand people down at the beach today. Now, we're on the we're on the bay side, not the Gulf side. We're on the intercoastal. I'm pointing to a two-masted schooner that's out here. If you'd be able to see it. There it is. Not a beauty. And this is the intercoastal waterway. It opens right here into Sarasota Bay. This is your coastal. That was a little bay area there. We're going to finish filling up this bucket. We actually got 2 half buckets in order to be able to have enough sand to be able to do substrate in these 2 tanks. So in order to get live sand, in order to get a natural product, so we came out here and we collected. And here's a picture of John with a bucket of water. We brought back about 40 gallons of water and about 6 gallons of live cultured sand. So some of the water we put in our live well that I carry in the van at all times to make sure I've got a place to put any of the goodies that we managed to collect. And that was the morning trip. And it was great fun. So we came back. Now, in the last video, you saw that we emptied the 2 tanks. In this video, we're going to fill them up. So these are the tanks. And if you'll notice, John is putting sand from the bucket into the tanks. And we do it slowly and carefully because we don't, particularly in the one that has dirt in it already, we don't want to mess that up. We don't want to stir it up. So we very carefully put the sand in. We put it into a depth in this tank on the left of about 4 inches. And the tank on the right, we've already got some in there. I think, no, I don't, not yet. We're going to put more in there and fill up these 2 tanks. We'll put about 2 inches of the live sand in the tank with the dirt. Now you see some water splashing around in there. After I got the sand in and we leveled it out, I put a towel in to soak up that water. It was dirty water. Didn't want it mixing with the water that we put in. It just made it a little cleaner. If you'll notice also, I did not scrub down the tanks. The whole purpose of this experiment is to create a living environment. And so I don't want to kill anything, even the freshwater algae that's growing on the sides of the tanks will provide nutrition for the in the saltwater tank. So we just keep doing this, keep putting the sand in until we get it to the level that we want it at, which is 4 inches. The tank on the left looking at it, 2 inches on top of the dirt on the right. So we finished this part of the project and then added water. And I want to show you what we wound up with. Here are the tanks. I've got 2 little power heads, one on each side, and it's pushing water at each other. So it's creating a lot of turbulence rather than current. What you don't want in a tank is current because it creates dead spots. And wherever there are dead spots, things die. particularly the microscopic things. So you can see these are a little cloudy. They're going to clear up. By tomorrow, they'll be crystal clear. Now, the next video, we're going to go out collecting. That'll be in a day or two. So we brought the water in, siphoned the water into the tanks carefully so as not to stir things up. But you can see even that it made it a little cloudy. But it's really not bad. I can actually see the bottom on the far end. So by tomorrow morning, it'll all be precipitated out, and the two tanks should be clear and clean. What I'm going to do right now, I've got some of this rock that Frank collected for us last fall. We're going to put some of the rock in the tank. This is rock that came out of, did not come out of the sea. It came out of fresh water. So this is not live rock. This is, if you will, dead rock. It's rock that has been exposed to the elements, to rain, for extended periods of time. And so it is, it's worn in some really, really nice ways. One or two more big pieces here. That's a really pretty one. I guess I've got enough just for one. I do have another bucket of this that I'll bring in, and we'll put that in the other tank. We'll just do this one for now. A couple of really good pieces here. So tomorrow we'll see how this works. One more. And I'm kind of filling it with rock because I'm going to have a lot of invertebrates in here, and I want them to be able to have lots of hiding places. Some oyster shells. Put those in. A clam shell. Put those in. We get all of this stuff in here. All right. So that's today's part of the project. We got sand, raw sand. We got water. There we are. Sorry about that. We got sand, we got water, and we filled up the tanks, and we got the pumps working, and we put rods in, one of them at least. And the next step will be to collect living creatures, and that'll be next. We're going to go out and collect them and bring them in and put them in the tanks. I'm hoping we're going to get some seahorses because we really need to do seahorses. So there's volume 2 of our natural, native, simple, basic saltwater tanks, FATHERFISH style. Bye for now. Thank you for plugging in, and we're going to make this something real exciting. You'll see. It's going to be great fun. Bye.